Good
Let's start
evening.
with Prime Minister Scott Morrison, who held talks with the US, India, Japan and the UK in Washington this week. The AUKUS alliance has been billed as a victory for Australia, and it's been said that Morrison has punched above our weight on the world stage. As a result, Australia will be one of the few countries with nuclear-powered submarines. Meryl, how do you think the Prime Minister performed this week in the Quad meetings?
Thanks, Shari, and it's really great to be with you. There is absolutely no doubt that quadrilateral organisation is a very important step up for Australia. And I think that on balance, most people would say that the Prime Minister has done a reasonable job in getting us to that point. But I think really what needs to be investigated and really looked at closely is how we are performing in terms of that diplomacy on a broader stage. Now, the French are obviously very upset with us at the moment. China hasn't picked up a telephone to any of our ministers for a number of years now. So I think that whilst America was good for the government this week, we've got many other things that need to be really finessed.
David, in terms of our ministers not being able to get a phone call with China, though, that's not for want of trying.
No, I think that's an important point. And look, the test of diplomacy, Sherry, is not whether you're liked by everyone or whether everyone's returning your phone calls. The test of diplomacy is whether you're looking after your national interests. I think it's undoubtedly true, whether it be the AUKUS agreement and our decision to acquire nuclear submarines, or whether it's been some of the steps that we've taken to defend our national interests, which have frankly annoyed China. They have all been done for the right reasons. Now, I think it's unfortunate that we're having some bilateral difficulties with China and with France as well. But ultimately, we always need to put Australian national interests first, even if it does annoy or irritate other countries from time to time.
Yeah. Meryl, do you think this is a really important recognition by the Quad that we are seeing China as a strategic threat in our region, and that this is no longer just Australia's problem? This is a problem that the US and the UK and others will stand beside Australia, given we are on the front line.
Yes, I think that for a number of years now, we have known that China has been posturing, they've been building their military. We know that they've made all sorts of militaristic pushes in places like the South China Sea. So we know that they have been expanding their military push. And I think it's actually very important that Australia does have a good alliance with countries like America, like India, like Singapore, Malaysia. We need many good relationships in that area. And look, I had the good fortune of travelling to Washington just a few years ago now, actually probably 3. We've lost 2 to COVID. And going to Indo-PACOM in Hawaii, also going to Washington, meeting with various people about defence and national security. And it was probably the first time that really we were starting to change the way we were looking at how the area in a very strategic way was looking for us.
Yeah.